want to watch.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Fatberg. This is gonna be a light video, but it'll probably be kind of long. You know, we watched some pretty fucked up stuff the other day. I decided to unwind a little bit, and something I honestly enjoy is ASMR videos. If you're not familiar with what those are those weird fucking videos where like people get up to the microphone, make like mouth noises and shit. I don't like those ones specifically, but there's a lot of different kinds of ASMR, and the things I like to watch are like back massages and shit like that. I legitimately find that relaxing as fuck to watch. But what this means is, because I watch those ones, I get suggested all different kinds of fucking ASMR videos. And most of this is not malicious. I mean, I wouldn't call it malicious, but it is potentially dangerous, and some of it's fucking weird and gross. So, one thing that was suggested to me was a Gua Sea back massage ASMR. And I had never heard of a fucking Gua Sea until the other day. And so I watched the video, and if you don't know what a Gua Sea is, it's like, essentially it is a very strong, like massaging tool that they use on your face and on your back. And the whole point of it is supposed to like fucking shred your skin. So essentially, like, you'll have either like elongated like horn like tool or a small like ceramic stone, and they press it against your face or your back until your fucking blood vessels burst. And I'm watching this video, and I've never seen this shit before. I was like, that can't be fucking safe. What is this? You know, it's kind of trending. Like, there's people on TikTok talking about it, and I looked it up, and it's an old, like, you know, Chinese remedy. Zero evidence, like, to support that it does anything. Plenty of evidence to suggest that it'll fuck you up really bad. Like, the potential side effects are everything from, like, a rash or, like, you know, a burn, essentially, to pissing blood and brain bleeding, brain hemorrhaging. And it doesn't look that bad, but apparently it can get that bad. So I want to show you guys the first pass with this horn, if I can land on it. So yeah, you look at that, it's almost fucking immediate that this lady is getting bruised to hell. And it hurts too, mind you, okay? So, like, they're not saying that this feels good. It's supposed to, like, help your skin and help with chronic pain and things like that. But it's fucking painful to do. Literally what you're seeing there, I mean, it's a bruise, essentially, but like it's the blood vessels in your skin popping and creating this massive like fucking mark on your body. And I don't understand why people do these crazy ass remedies. And the next one we're gonna get to like is a little like lighter, but this Gua Sea shit doesn't seem safe at all. Like, you got to be exposing yourself to some sort of infection or something the way you're shredding your skin like that. And again, you could piss blood from this. And there's tons of videos of people doing this. I should be able to show you this. There's a lot of side boob in this video, but I think that's okay, because this is on YouTube. And again, I'll put a before and after up here. I want you to see like what they did to this fucking woman. And this is with a horn. Some of them, again, it's like a stone. It's like a fucking rock that you just glide across your face. This dude here is really going for it, though. Now, the next thing we're going to get into here, so this isn't a weird one exactly. This is acupuncture, right? So you've probably heard of acupuncture. Let me get this video prepped. And essentially, that's when they stick fucking needles into you, right? And acupuncture is kind of a weird one because it's not like an FDA like approved treatment for anything, but there is some evidence to suggest that it can help. It can actually do some good and relieve certain types of chronic pain. But they will tell you to get acupuncture for fucking anything. Like, oh, you got fucking erectile dysfunction, acupuncture, or stomach ache, acupuncture, whatever. And what I'm starting to realize is they fucking do acupuncture everywhere. Like, I always just picture it like in the back or whatever. But this video here, it is a lady getting acupuncture done in her hands. And I say lady, but upon watching this video a second time, she looks like she's fucking 14. And she looks terrified. I almost felt bad because when we were watching the video at the start of it, she straight up looks like she's about to start crying. And I can only imagine that, like, when they started, like, filming this video, they went and, like grabbed her, like, oh, hey, Debbie, so you're going to be the acupuncture model for today for the ASMR video. They're like, oh, cool, so you guys are going to, like, jab my back a little bit or whatever. No, Raul over here is going to stab the fuck out of your hands. Look how many fucking needles they stick into this lady's hand. It looks like she slapped a fucking porcupine's ass. But where I started to really get, like, kind of, like, uncomfortable with this is they start sticking them into the lady's wrist, which is not a place for a fucking needle. And the really uncomfortable area for me was the, like, webbings of the hand. And they're just fucking hanging. You have this cluster of needles. How the fuck does that feel? So, like, I've looked up some reports of, like acupuncture, like, how it feels and shit. And for the most part, like, you kind of feel it, like, tugging on your muscles and shit. So, again, acupuncture is, like, a long, like, storied, like, homeopathy, right? And, again, there is some evidence to suggest that it can help. And it's not particularly dangerous, right? But it's one of those things where, like, you go to a shop and, like, they don't clean a needle or something and you now have AIDS. None of these motherfuckers in any of these like treatment videos are wearing gloves. Because again, if you're trained and you do it properly, it's safe, it's painless, and it might help relieve pain. Now, I don't think this lady, like, look at these fucking dainty little hands. It looks like a toddler. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with this lady's fucking hands. Like, you know who needs acupuncture to relieve hand pain is, like, a plumber or, like, a mechanic or something. This lady don't need that shit.
I got knuckles the size of pears, and they're rough from years of hauling rope.
You know, before I even start, like, playing this, I want to point out, too, this is unpleasant. It's not, like, gory. There's no nudity or whatever, but it's fucking gross. And I was legitimately disturbed, and I had to look this up to see if this is something that you would ever need to do, ever. And the answer is kind of. So, I found a tear gland cleaning ASMR. And this is fucking unpleasant as shit, and I don't know who would watch this to relax. But I also don't know who would go and have this done. So essentially what they do in this video here is they take a tool, and it kind of looks like a tongue scraper, if you've ever seen one of those, but it's tiny. And they take like another tool, and they fucking flip the lady's eyelid inside out, and they take the scraper alongside some fucking like eye cleaning fluid, and they just kind of scrape along her eyelids and her tear gland and the fucking weird third eyelid thing you got there. And unpleasant as it is, whatever, you know, you want a fucking deep cleaning, go for it. He starts drying it off with a Q-tip, which again, like, look at the start of the video and later in the video, her eyelid is so fucking irritated at this point. If you were having some sort of like infection in your tear glands or whatever, this is going to make it so much fucking worse, because you're going to swell the fuck up and it's going to get irritated. But here's where it got really unpleasant and strange. There's a part in the video, where they take like a fucking like pipe cleaner string wire thing, and I didn't even know you had a fucking hole there, but they feed it into the actual tear duct and up through it to clean it out, and oh my fucking god. This is one of the grossest things I've seen on YouTube since fucking Kevin Leonardo's asshole. You are not supposed to feed a wire into your goddamn tear duct. Now, I looked it up, right, because like I wanted to see, like, is there anything to this? Just like with the Gua Sea and acupuncture. And the answer is kind of. So there are some situations where a doctor might need to clear out your tear duct. You can get infections in there, and they use a tool, it's like a little metal device, and they fucking will sort of clear out and massage that area. They don't feed a cable through your fucking eye. And again, these aren't doctors doing this shit. It's just some lady. She's not wearing gloves. This fucking cable's probably used. It's so fucking gross. I could only imagine what that would feel like. Like I said, I didn't even know there was a fucking hole there. And that's just scratching the surface, right? This is like the homeopathy side of ASMR, right? This is all like snake oil and shit. And ultimately, like, if it makes you feel better, I don't really give a shit. Do whatever you want. Like, there is something to be said about placebo effects, even if something doesn't have, like, a legitimate medical evidence to suggest that it does something. But there are some things that you probably shouldn't do. One of them is, you know, sticking needles into your wrist. I don't think that's going to help much. The other is feeding a fucking cable into your eye. That's how you go blind, okay? You can get acupuncture, you can get a Gua Sea. I'll fucking email I'll email the White House to get this shit outlawed, dude. You can't fucking do that. We're gonna look at more weird ASMR moving forward here, because again, this is the homeopathy side of it. There's also the other side where it's like fat guys eating KFC ASMR and things like that. And I want to go over it on the channel here and there. And here's the introduction. This will hopefully be a rather quick video. It's going to be a light, but it's going to be a long one.